Brahmadaksha Shri Rudrendra Nila Rishaya Shashadi Grama Bhut Sangha Shupantute. Hello everyone, a very good morning to all the greatest soul who presented on this a very auspicious shifting paradigm platform of global oneness. It's always known to every one of us that we have come from the same source. We all has unity within us, and that unity has not only on one level of from where we are coming from the source, but it's also at every level, at every aspect, at every phase, at every stage, at every functioning and operations, whatever we are doing in our daily life, in our daily routine, in our lifestyle, that unity persists and is always creating a foundation for our growth and successful. First, I want to congratulate the organizing team of Global Oneness to show the courage to put the two place for making Global Oneness Day as being celebrated. One is in Melbourne, another in Merimbula. Dr. Lily Thomas is very close to me, and she is an uplifted soul, and also she is very awakened in her own authenticity and her own knowledge. Her heart is full with love, care, devotion, and the integrity for creating oneness. So I must congratulate her. And to all of you, I must say that I apologize for my not physical presence to the Global Oneness Conference. It was on the first priority for me, but because of certain situations happens, the responsibilities of every human being that he has certain life around him, and that bounds you sometime to stop you and to keep you in the space of where you can't be functional for a certain moment. So I heartily, very deeply sad that I will not be present physically to greet all of you and to see all of you. But I'm seeing all of you from my deeper eyes, from my inner eyes, from my deeper consciousness. Let me tell you, on this greatest day of global oneness, as all these distinguished dignitaries and the speakers are explaining their own thoughts, sharing their own thoughts for global oneness, let me say you this absolute truth of what is oneness. And it will be so simple explanation of oneness that every one of you can understand it and can carry it to make your soul again be aware of oneness, to make your mind again be aware of that peacefulness, to make your body again be aware of that deepest and best comfort of your state. I congratulate all these speakers who had talked in before and who is talking today. I congratulate everyone for sharing their own knowledge and their experience and their expertise, and also making the world better. For me, it's an important occasion, and it's very good also that we all are a part of global oneness from a very long time, so we understand what is oneness. But I want to tell you today a different aspects of oneness, which will be more simplified, which will be more multidimensional, which will be beyond multisensory system, and which will explain the universal unity of a universe and a human being. Let me take you to a different aspects of what you knows about universe and what is the universal creativity and how it link with the creation of our body. If you understand these two aspects on how the universe has created and how the body is created, you will find a greatest similarity. You will find it's coincided. Our body, we live universe within us, and universe is lived by us. So both the things, you can find a unique similarity, a unique oneness in that. Let me give you the simple absolute truth of how universe created and how it linked to our body. As everybody of us, all of us knows that the universe created from the space, from the ether, from the gap, from the absolute silence, from the knowledge, from the love, from the unbounded energy, whatever we can say, everything which is in ether form, that's the first reality of creation of universe. All of you agree with that. Then with the passage of time, there is some friction start happening in that absolute etheric presence, and that friction has created a wave. It's called rhythm. Rhythm in original language, in Sanskrit, in the pure knowledge text, is termed as the nadi. What it called? It called nadi, and it said whatever, wherever there is a pulsation, is called nadi. Is called nadi, and the brain which controls this nadi is called nadi brain. What it called? It called nadi brain. So today's my thoughts for you for this oneness is to explain you what is nadi brain. It may be new for you. It may be nobody is knowing you before about these things. As you know, gut is the second brain. The same neuropheromones which secrete from your brain, this is also secrete from the gut, is the second brain. But let me tell you, the gut is just a part of nadi brain. The second brain totally called nadi brain. And this nadi brain is not only present in a human body, but it also present in the universe. So space, ether, love, energy, knowledge, purity, gap, absolute state of energy, senses, this all is the first part of nadi brain. And in this nadi brain, it has created the friction. Then the friction in the absolute ether has generated air. Because when there is a friction, it gives birth to it. The friction, when the place moves from one place to other place, it want again to come back to original place, and in trying again to come back to original place, it develops air. Now with the air, what happened? There will be more friction. There is more friction. And more and more and more and more, everywhere the friction prevails. The friction is spread. And there is, this friction start affecting each other, start interacting with each other, and that generated the fire. The other element is, third element is fire. So you know what is how from sky generated the friction. With the passage of time, it generated a rhythm. That rhythm is termed as air, and then this air create more friction, more rhythm interact with each other, and that created the fire. So you know about the three elements. Now this fire, with the rhythm of air, with the rhythm of sky, has created water. Fire get reduced with the air, with the sky, and has created water. The fourth element is water. Now water, rhythm of water with the fire, with the air, with the sky, has created earth. How? Because fire is said to be the transformational. Fire belongs to transformation. Nothing in this whole world, nothing in the whole body molecules can be generated without fire. It could be a neurochemical, it could be an enzyme, it could be an hormone, it could be digestive enzymes, it could be any external energy. So if anything need to be transformed, it need to have fire within it or outside it. So fire is the basis of transformation. So from the moment the fire comes in, then this earth and water start taking different shape. It become ocean, sometimes it become mountain, it become different sections of different pattern in the development of universal element. So that's how this element of universe has taken place. So now it is time for us to understand how this element becomes senses. What we have understood up to now, that how the totality, how the sky, how the space, how the ether become element, and now it is time for us how element becomes senses. So far there are many examples of consciousness, there are many examples of spirituality where you can understand how element can be senses and how it take part into life and growth. Before coming to explain you that how element becomes senses, I want to tell you the difference between life and living so that you can understand it. What is living? Living is growing. Growth is life. Growth is living. It has both. You can hold the growth and you can feel the growth. Something which you can experience, something which you can feel, and that's the living. But what is life? Life is something which you can't hold, can't experience, but you can feel it. There is much difference between experience and feeling. Like happiness is a growth. You can experience it, you can feel it. But joy, you can only feel it. You can't experience it. You can't touch joy. But you can feel, you can experience by touching something very beautiful. A delicious food gives you the taste. Taste can be experienced and felt, but deliciousness can only be felt, not experienced. So life is all about feeling. Growth is all about experience. So when growth joins life, when growth experience joins feeling, it's a lifeful living. So it's very absolute truth. From where life comes? Life comes from the space, from the rhythm, from the nadi brain, which we had in universe, in ourselves. It's said in Veda, Shruti Smriti Purananam. First, there is Shruti, there is absolute space, totality of creation of our whole universe and our whole body. Then it becomes Smriti, senses. Then we can feel the senses. We can't experience the senses. If you want to, you can't hold the senses. If you want to touch air, you can't touch. If you want to touch sound, you can't touch. If you want to touch taste, you can't touch. If you want to touch smell, hold smell, you can't. If you want to hold sight, vision, you can't. You can just feel it. And then the senses become element. When the senses become element, you can both hold it and feel it. It means you can both have experience of it and also have feeling of it. Sometimes we are so much concerned in our growth, in our living, that we haven't care. We are not taking care of our life. We want to be very successful businessman, we want to be very successful doctor, we want to be very successful person. And in the race of that success, in the race of that growth, we avoid feeling. In the journey of finding happiness, we are losing joy. Let me tell you, so this is very important truth for you to understand the difference between life and living. If you are only living, you are disconnected, you are not oneness. But if you are having life and living, lifeful living, then you are having all those values, all those feeling of peace, feeling of courage, feeling of totality, feeling of being in moment, feeling of awareness. Everything is present in you. Let us discuss the second aspect of how these senses become element in your body. We understand universe, we understand the difference between life and living. Now we have to understand simply, because my explanation is very, very unique and simple as it based on the rhythm. That's why the scientists, that's why the medical doctors from different associations are approving it, because they can see this on the pulse. See this on the pulse. The changes happening and taking place in you can be seen by your pulse, your rhythm. Your rhythm is stored all those memories. There was one scientist in USA and he studied on a mice. He given a food to mice and also he given the electrical spark to that mice. Electrical shock to that mice. After 4 generations of mice, he again given food to mice, same food which he has given with the shock, and the mice react in the same way. So you see how the memory of one generation affect the genes even after 4 generations. So now we are going to explain what is this memories, from where it comes, how we are different from our fathers and mothers in our quality. We may look similar, but how we are different, how their genes get affected, how we can balance the genes, and how we can live a very healthy and blissful and feelingful and a meaningful and a memoryful life. So the first memory for human birth comes from the previous generation. As you know, it's called inherited memory. We carry inherited memory of our experience of our previous birth, which is not coming from our father and mother. And these memories, because it comes through soul, because it comes through absolute space, these memories are the foundation of sky, of space, of pure energy, of pure knowledge, of pure love, whatever we know, of ether. So this memory comes in form of ether. So this is first our creation of human body is started with that etheric presence. Then this ether, these memories, passing through the time of union of sperm and ovum, making zygote, at the time of making zygote, this memory has got friction. And what does it friction does? It affects the genes coming from mother and father. And it creates air, as you know. So from sky memory, which is coming from previous generation, it has got friction because of union of sperm and ovum to create zygote. And in zygote, this friction has created air, has affected genes of mother and father, and that called innate memory, that also called innate immunity, that also called genetic expression. So that's how your genes get expressed. After some time, this all disturbance in the genetic expression, this space want to come, this memory which carry from the previous birth want again to come back. But this parental memory through genes again start taking it away. In the process of that, it created the fire. In the third month of embryology, it created umbilical plexus. Umbilical plexus are the source of fire to the body. Everyone knows. Stem cell we take from umbilical plexus. The cell used for stem cell taking from umbilical plexus has the potential to create anything in the body. Why? Because it made by fire. The basic fire which has created every organ, every system, every functions, every cell of your body, then this fire is the basis of transformation, basis of growth. This fire which is present in umbilical plexus now start giving start originating the fourth aspect, and that is called heart. In fourth month of embryology, it created heart. So the heart is the place for blood, for the water. As you know, sky memory from previous birth now mixed with the parental memory, air memory of the father and mother. Now this has created fire, the basis of creation of your all organ system in the umbilical plexus. In the fourth month, umbilical plexus, fire joined with the air, joined with the sky, and it created heart. That's why we know heart is a place of devotion. Heart is the place for love. Heart is the place for joy. Without heart, you can't experience the oneness. Heart is the key for deepest oneness. You have to have oneness, you have to have pure heart. You have to have heart which carries the values of your past, which carries the purity of your present, and which carries the compassion for the future. And that heart is a place of water. The heart is the place for blood. But why we say water also? Because it has compassion, it has love, it has joy, it has all these nurturing values. That is called water. Then in the fifth month, it happened the thought. This heart, this water give birth to the thought. And from thought, because water now engage all the other senses, engage umbilical plexus, engage air from genetic expression, engage past generation memory. So inherited memory, innate memory, manifested memory, body memory, all this develop the brain, earthy part of your body. The brain develop in 6 months. I'm explaining the 9-month cycle of growth of a human baby. In 6 months the brain develops, and all of us knows the brain weight is 2/3 of the whole body weight. It shows how dense it is, how earthy it is, but it contains all those senses. So it's showing how the element has senses within it, and in the same way as universe get created, in the same way this body get created. So both things are one. The universe also created from space, it become air, it become fire, it become water, it become earth, and body also created from previous birth, space memory, to the air memory coming from parental genes, to the fire memories in the umbilical plexus, to the water memories in the heart, and to the earth memories in the brain. So these all things has created. So at the level of element and at the level of space, we all are the one, and also universe and human are also the one. So if you understand these two things, the two concepts of oneness, and then understanding these two concepts is very easy and very scientific. We are doing this in-house medical researches to cure the genetically mutant, to the genetical disorder like autism, like Down syndrome, like many autoimmune disorder like rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, multiple sclerosis. These all are the diseases is being cured, being healed completely by practicing the Nadi brain. And with the help of modern medical doctor, with the help of integrative medical doctors, we are doing this, and that everything has been done through the pulse, through the Nadi brain. So the concept with the brain, with understanding brain, we as a human being come a long way, and we discover and we have created many things. Now it is time for us to understand fully and more about the Nadi brain, so can not only we understand the unity, oneness within us, but also we can create a shifting paradigm for the foundation for a new world creation, which having peace, joy, love, unity, and growth, and harmony, and healing within all of us. And that is possible with Nadi brain, that is possible with understanding the pulse. You can visit you can ask Dr. Lily and about Nadi brain, how you can visit it, how you can see that. My email, my website you can visit is drdeep.org, doctor as DOCTOR, drdeep at DEEP.org, and then you can find what is Nadi brain, what are the activity we are doing, and it's an absolute practical methodology for bringing oneness. I congratulate all of you. I must thank Dr. Lily to allow me to put my message to the humanity, to create an integrity on this greatest auspicious day. And I must thank, this is a benchmark, this is a platform for the world to keep their thoughts, to put their thoughts to be carried out. And I hope all of you, greatest soul, are going to carry this knowledge, the truth of similarity of universe to human being. And that's my thought to you. And I really give my all support and my all humble blessings to be the grand success of global oneness. And thank you so much for listening me, for hearing me, for carrying my thoughts, and for implementing it to your betterment of life. Thank you so much.